Hey, virtual book club members, how's everybody feeling today? Thanks for joining me again. And today, again, we're going to be reading from Simple Abundance, and we are on January 2nd. And it says, Loving the Questions. You only live once, but if you work it right, once is enough. Joe E. Lewis. How often in the past have you turned away from all that is unresolved in your heart because you feared questioning? But what if you knew that a year from today, you could be living your most creative, joyous, and fulfilling life you could imagine? What would it be? What changes would you make? How and where would you begin? Do you see why the questions are so important? Be patient toward all that is unresolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves. The German poet Rainer Maria Rilke urges us. Do not now seek the answers which cannot be given to you because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. The answers to your questions will come, but only after you know which ones are worth asking. Wait. Live your questions. Then ask. Become open to the changes that the answers will inevitably bring. This may take some time, but time is the New Year's bountiful blessing. 365 bright mornings and starlit evenings, 52 promising weeks, 12 transformative months full of beautiful possibilities, and 4 splendid seasons. A simply abundant year to be savored. I think that's so important is the waiting, right? We always ask these questions and sometimes we get answers. But the answers don't always necessarily say we should do this right now. I love how she says in the book, if you got your answer now, you couldn't live with that answer right now. So being able to be open, not only to the waiting, but open to the changes that your answer will bring. I think a lot of us, when we ask specific questions, we have a specific answer in mind, right? We have a thought process that it should look and feel and act in a certain way. And that's where we get stuck because we don't allow what's supposed to happen to unfold and be brave enough to follow that unfolding. I've always said that you can't ask the universe for something and then balk at it when it comes in a package that you didn't expect. I don't care if it came in a blue package with polka dots and an orange ribbon. This is what you asked for. So you have to be willing to open that package no matter where that takes you. A prime example for me is, my husband and I, we had asked the universe and been working with the universe to provide us our very own home. And we had been looking for 2 years. We pre-qualified for a loan. And every time we came close to getting a house, it just things fell apart. We were having a really hard time finding a house that met all of our needs. And then one day, we're back here in New York and a house is practically given to us. And we're both looking at each other like, is this for real? And obviously we loved where we lived in the Pacific Northwest. And it was really a difficult decision for us to make because that meant moving 3,000 miles away. And that meant moving away from a place that we just absolutely adored. But here we were being given silver platter house. Here you go. It's just not in the location you thought it would be. My husband makes me laugh because when this happened one night, we were, talking about this, and he said, "This is all your fault." And I said, why? And he knew that I had on my mirror in the bathroom a list of, the things that we needed in a house. And the one thing that I didn't put on the list was a location. He goes, you didn't put Oregon on this list. You didn't put Oregon on the list. And that's why we're moving to New York. But he also, and I said to him, well, we don't have to move to New York. And without skipping a beat, he looked me right in the face and he said, do you want to be the one to tell the universe thanks but no thanks? I don't think so. We're moving. So it's just ways that we can really take that pause, right? She said, wait. And the waiting is the hardest part, especially because the universe works on this time frame that we obviously don't work on. And I love when the universe tells you soon, when your guiding spirit, tells you soon. And soon to you is like in 5 minutes, in 5 days, what? But that could be 5 years. So always having the patience to wait for that and not try to manufacture your own solution to this. If you really want to work with your guiding force, then allow them to guide you and be patient for that. I know waiting is the hardest part. I'd love to hear your comments about, some of the questions that you've been asking, and what questions would you want to ask? How has waiting been the hardest part for you? How has your guiding force shown up for you in a package you didn't expect? I'll talk to you soon.